good. You don't need to swing any harder than that. Just stay right there. For tryouts or you're playing with a group and you're a little bit nervous, you're going to be nervous, you're always going to be nervous. It's much more difficult to execute at our best. This environment, there's nobody around, there's nobody watching. It's easy to hit some good shots, but you put a pressure on this, then it breaks down. And your mind and your emotions are racing, everything is harder. That's when it's important for the body to have very few options in terms of how it should move. So the more you practice a good motion and have some good success, the body is still going to move that way even when it's nervous, even when it's feeling certain, even when the mind is involved. It's like a record with no grooves. And every time you swing, you scratch the record. And you swing and you scratch in the same place again, and you scratch it in the same place. The more you scratch where that groove gets deeper, your attention is like this needle. My attention is on this move, and okay, I thought about it and I did it. I thought about it, I did it. I thought about it, and I did it. But if you only do it 100 times, the groove's not deep enough. So when your attention gets distracted with the emotions of competition, that needle can still jump around because the groove isn't deep enough to fall into it. So that's where the practice, where you can scratch more. Pretty soon, man, I don't care what's going on around me, that needle's not getting out of that groove. That's the only groove I've ever scratched on that record. So that's the importance of practice, is so that it's easy for me to get you to hit the ball well here in a lesson. I control the environment, I control the situation, and I can have you hit a good shot, I can get you in a zone, but it's totally different when you're in competition, totally different. You're on your own, and you've got to prepare for it with your practice. Good ball. Ooh, even better. Very nice. 18 hole, we played another good one. And when you go practice on your own, I don't mind. It's perfectly okay to get into that zone. You hit a ball and you drag one up, and you hit it, you drag one up, and you hit it, and you just kind of enjoy the moment of hitting them all good. But that is not a true simulation of what you're going to experience on the golf course. There's 10 minutes in between each swing. Now, I don't expect you to do 10 minutes, but I want you to, for these next 5 balls, I want you to hit the ball, and then I want you to step back here, go through your routine on the golf course, figure out what you want to aim at, walk up there, set up and hit the ball, do it on all 5 balls. Ideally, we'd like to hit all 5 balls well, but this is going to be a better practice. Now you're practicing what's happening on the golf course. So, excellent shot. I don't think you can hit it better than that. That's very playable. Wasn't as good as the first, but that won't get you in trouble. Excellent shot. It's all right. That's still 4 very playable shots. This is the 5th one. Gosh, this pressure's building. Can we do 5? This is the most important shot of your life.
No pressure.
No pressure. Now, I did that because that's almost something you have to experience, because I introduced different stuff in your head that wasn't on the first 4. And it's impossible. It's not impossible. It takes practice to learn how to push that out. away. I don't want that in my head. I want to get back to that. I want to get my mind in that focus like I had on the first four. Even though that happened before I started this process, I let it linger in my head when I was over the golf ball. So that's another thing that has to be practiced. How do I get into this quiet zone with every ball in between shots? Even when somebody throws that kind of junk at me, I can still push it out. I can still push it away. And a lot of it is the junk that gets in your head is 15 minutes ago I hit a terrible shot and I'm thinking about it now. And that's on your mind on the next swing. Gosh, I hope I don't do that again. And that's part of what you have to push out. Let's hit that driver now. One of the things that it's important for me to do, your teacher, as you approach tryouts, is to slowly pull back, giving you stuff to think about and work on. I'm not going to be saying, okay, I want to work on doing this with your backswing. I want to get your swing plane changed. That's not what we need to do right now. You're starting to hit the ball really well, and you're starting to feel the swing and not having to think the mechanics of it. And I don't want to add pieces to it if we don't need to.